In this video, I'm going to share with you how to start learning mountaineering. Mountaineering is this grand and glorious topic about climbing Everest, climbing Denali, doing something totally crazy and sexy, but there are certain steps you want to go through. This is actually from one of my subscribers. Thank you very much for the question. By the way, leave a question in the comments and I'll do my best to make a video to answer your question as well. This is from Cody Naisbitt. Please forgive me if I mangled your last name. Love all the videos, very informative. I would be interested in a video about how to get going on expeditions. How do you start mountaineering? What is the journey like from never climbing a mountain to climbing up Denali or something similar? I'm sure there are a million tips on that topic. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Cody. Appreciate the user comment there. So there are 4 fundamentals to getting up and doing mountaineering. The first is easy. Buy gear. Buy $600 mountain boots. Buy a $150 crampon. Buy ice axe, not crampon. Buy a $150 ice axe. Buy $150, $200 crampons. And then you have this huge pile of kit. And what do you do with it? Aha. So this is a somewhat academic approach, but I find this is much more effective about getting into the actual activities of mountaineering for the most important part at the end of the video. So this is what I'll share at the end of the video. This is the key. But the first thing, I cannot recommend this enough, is go take a class. Literally go get pen and paper or notebook or whatever you need to do and go through a class. REI.com offers them, RMI. There are lots of organizations all across America that offer mountaineering classes that will teach you the fundamentals of how to manage crampons, how to arrest yourself with an ice axe, navigation in the backcountry using good old-fashioned compass, baby. How do you use your ice axe? How do you travel across the snow, avoid glaciers, handle crevasse rescues, all of this stuff. I mean, there's so much to the whole aspect of traveling on a glacier. But what if you say, Aaron, I want to do mountaineering, but I don't want to do glacier travel? Totally possible too. There are mountains all around the world. However, wherever you are, the closest mountain is the best place to go. I cannot emphasize enough professional education, certified guides, and a program that's been going on well. I've taken people out, I've taught them aspects of mountaineering, but you got to remember you want to have somebody that's preferentially licensed, trained, or whatever the requirements or area is. That said, can you go out with friends and other people like myself or whoever to go learn the aspects of mountaineering, to go do things? Absolutely. But a little bit of scheduled training and preparation will go a long way into helping you learn mountaineering. So you've got the gear and you've got the taking class. What else do you have to do? You got to choose a route. What do you actually want to do? Do you want to go climb Everest? Do you want to go climb Denali? Do you want to go climb Mount Washington in the White Mountains? Do you simply want to go hike or climb a 14er in Colorado or do Rainier? You have to choose your route, and then that allows you to choose what you're going to do, because you can either go one of 2 ways. One, you can go guided, and this is the fastest way to getting into mountaineering, is you go online, search around. I'll put some links below to resources and figure out, hey, I want to go to this mountain or that mountain. What companies do guiding there? Note, like if you want to go to Denali, there are only maybe a half dozen or so certified companies that will legally take you on a climb up Denali, because if you go with a guide who is not allowed to have a permit to be guiding in Alaska, you can get into real trouble, and you're also risking your life. So you don't want to do that. So hiring a guide is a great way to getting there. But if you want to do it like myself, where sometimes I'm guided because I don't know the area that's a requirement, or hey, I'm going to just slog through and learn this myself, boy, I cannot emphasize enough to develop the philosophy of how to get out there, get your boots on, and literally, and I'm not kidding you, put your boots on and climb the steepest, most absurd thing you can climb in bad weather. Why? Because that is the experience of mountaineering. Now, don't click away. Hang on. That sounds absurd. But so often in mountaineering, the weather sucks. It just does. often it's not a bluebird day. The days I prefer are overcast and gray. Like, wow, this is terrible. No, because now I'm not overheating. Now I'm not so hot. That is a big consideration. So I'm going to show you several resources here that I'd like you to check out. Links in the description and also in the comments that will help you. And this is a key thing. I'm going to show you some books and then a key organization check out. The first book to check out is Minus 148, Mountaineering Classic. If you want to read how bad it can be to be stuck at Denali Pass for like 5+ days with 100+ knot winds at minus 148-degree wind chill, this is the book. Now, the whole point of this, I'm not trying to sell books here. I'm trying to tell you, when you read this text and you say, that sounds horrible, forget mountaineering. Become an armchair mountaineer. Go hike up some mountains, and that's perfectly okay, because people say, oh, I got to do this, and inside they're really hating the experience. I remember the first year I was in Denali, I passed a couple of teams, and they were literally doing this the whole time. I mean, you could have put them on an Arizona chain gang outside of Phoenix in the middle of August, and they probably would have been happier. So many people like the romance of this and the discussion of it, but in fact, hate it. Minus 148, if you think, man, this is fun, got to recommend it. If you want to read about my climb on Denali to see what it's like to be alone and have things go sideways, warm up your feet. Let's see, if you want to read about a crazy mountaineer, Journeys to the Edge by Dr. Randall Peters, boy, let me tell you, super hilarious. Get this book, Mountaineering, I think it's in the 10th edition, whatever it is, Freedom of the Hills. This is the seminal book that will teach you academically just about everything you ever needed to know in a great format. My book, Adventure Expedition 1, learn about it. It's a great way to go. But hang on. This is near the end of the part of the video where I want to tell you, if you're in the United States, North America, I cannot recommend enough joining the American Alpine Club. All right, their books, because you will get their Accidents in North American Climbing and their American Alpine Journal. The most educational thing you will ever have happen is reading about a fall from an anchor in Tennessee. Let's see, where the heck is it? Oh, falling on Denali and dying. Learning from other people's mistakes is a great way to go because it keeps you conscious of just how bad things can go and what can go wrong. Huge, huge resource. Also, the American Alpine Club offers different insurance levels. So if you need evacuations, if you buy their mid to near high tier insurance or their membership, you get $300,000 of evac insurance. You think, oh, it's a big deal. How much do you think it costs to get a helicopter to you in some crazy remote mountain and get you home? Yeah, it's going to be more than $5,000, folks. But at the end of this video, the two most important things. One, this is easy, physical training. Like, start putting on these heavy boots, get some ankle weights, get some wrist weights, and start literally hoofing up the hills, or if nothing else, a set of stairs. My house has a set of stairs right behind me, behind this wall. I do this all the time because I got to hoof up. Getting over this pandemic thing has been crazy. But the number one thing, the most important thing, you've waited for this whole thing, is the mental game. The mental game of mountaineering is everything. What is in your dome and what is in your heart and your decision process to turn back or keep going is everything to you because you want to come home alive. Getting to the summit is not as important as coming home alive. I've turned around on Denali twice. I've turned around on Grand Teton several times. Lightning sucks. So knowing when to turn back and being a little shy at first, saying, oh, I don't know about this, let's back off. The mountain will be there next year. Trust me on this one. It's okay. So I've read a couple of people. I'm going to talk more about the mental game in another video. But those are huge aspects of all the different things you want to do to learn the journey of mountaineering.